Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the... Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's locked. It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Locke sliding out of the pocket, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now it's Locke. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. From the 27, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Darnold now to throw. Enunwa's got it, complete.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Darnold hitting his tight end, Herndon, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. On second down, it's Bell. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Herndon. He's tied in. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So 1 touchdown, 1. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 67 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They go play action here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And that'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Colts pick it up.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They snap it to Luck. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
This is Bell on the dump off. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.